pets. We have Polish decorations on.
The average person is indifferent to art. Faced with an artwork, this person has no idea what's going on. He doesn't care when he sees it. It is like an invisible artifact. The thing is beautiful. He knows it's beautiful. He might 100% agree that it is beautiful, but he is not moved. There's no way he will put in the energy to appreciate the thing. Or maybe he will acknowledge the thing, but only on the surface level. Or maybe he will actually give it some time, consider it, observe the colors, observe the drawing. Perhaps he'll say they're nice. And he will decide that it is actually beautiful when in fact it is not. He's actually looking at a kitsch, that there are a million other works just like it, done by anyone from amateurs to pros. The average person can't tell what's good from bad. They are unaware that they consume art. They consume it mindlessly. So art affects them without them knowing how it affects them. It could have an influence on how they act without them knowing. Not everyone can process art because not everyone is willing to sit down and stare blankly, contemplate deep ideas. People just don't seem to reflect on their lives, do they? It's not apparent to me judging from how they act. Because everyone is busy, people have immediate needs. If they do actually reflect on their lives, it's likely they would act like someone who's, I don't know, someone who's open, maybe someone more aware of the complexities of the world, perhaps a little bit wiser. It is a common belief that people of higher status are able to appreciate art more because they have more time to reflect, but not really. Perhaps in the past, but now, even people of lower status are able to appreciate art. Everyone can see everything nowadays. One could be a bum, some kind of a modern day bohemian. The people who often have these well developed eccentric tastes. So maybe it's not about status. Maybe it's simply about taste. It's about how much time one spends reflecting about one's life, about the deep stuff, philosophical questions. But still, the generalization works. Of course, it's hard to have a sophisticated taste if one is in an underprivileged environment, though the high status taste that we know of is usually associated to that of prestigious Western cultures. Eastern cultures seem to detest high status, they lean toward humility. I don't really know what people think about, but can we settle it this way? Good taste comes from one's inclination to deep reflection combined with a thirst for individuality. You know, things that don't come without a cost. Some say too much reflection is bad for your mental health. When it comes to art appreciation, it doesn't have to be fine art. It may include the art that are consumable, ones that are readily seen around us. Fine art is just the romanticized version. Appreciating any kind of art requires compliance, that one is willing to examine a piece of object or music. Is the viewer willing to give the time and energy? Good things happen when you're willing to spend time contemplating a piece of art, or anything about the world really. You'll have a higher chance to have a wonderful, rewarding experience, which is what we want. We want to keep a memory of it. We want to remember it so that we have perhaps something to think about in moments we have nothing to do, or in moments that we don't have anything to think about. This is not innate. No one is born already knowing how to digest art. It always starts somewhere. My guess is that it often starts from our human desire to connect and relate, to be affirmed. I myself find it hard appreciating a work on a deeper level if I can't relate to it. The work must have some aspect in it, some element that I can relate to in some way, something that affirms my own thoughts, something that affirms my beliefs. So when you see a work of art and it hits you, but you can tell why, you can tell why you like it so much, why you hold it in high regard, then it is your job to find out and explore by looking at it and by looking inwards. So, yeah, the average person is indifferent to art in the same way they are indifferent to their health, to their morals, their appearance, their community, their responsibilities, the basic stuff. I would put appreciation for art under the category of spiritual need, the mythical. Anything that has a potential to add meaning to life shouldn't be ignored. Just like creation of art is a skill, so too is appreciation of art. And in fact, it's a much more important one. I'm pretty sure there are more competent artists out there than there are competent art viewers. This is not elitism. A competent art enthusiast can be a kid playing with his toys, and his act of playing can one day be part of the reason why he will turn out to be beyond the average person. I think this is a good topic to expound on, the relationship of the average person to art. I might tackle it again in future videos. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.